everybody. I am your North Country Knitter, Sunny, and I'm back. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my video, and thank you for being here. For all of my subscribers, new and old, thank you so much for holding out and sticking with me. Unintentionally, I took the summer off. I had a close family relative who needed a major surgery, and so what was supposed to be a couple days home on vacation turned into several weeks, and then new major plans happened at home. I'll get into that eventually. I don't think right now we're at a point of sharing, but eventually I will. Sorry for being cryptic. I promise I will be open and honest with you when the time is right. But thank you everybody for being patient. We actually got back home to New York about a month ago. We got back on a Tuesday. It's like a 12-hour drive, and it was just me and my 3 girls. And so the day after we got back, it was just like, veg. We're going to the grocery store and that's it. And then I was volunteering at a vacation Bible school, and my eldest daughter was attending, and it was like right into planning mode after we got back. And so it's been a crazy little bit of end of the summer. If you follow me on Instagram, you and that's just at North Country Knitter, you will know that I just got back from a quick trip to Vermont. We had a little family vacation up there. It was beautiful. We went to Jay Peak, which is a ski resort. We were staying in that area, and it was just really nice. Yeah, it was nice. Nice little trip before my girls go back to school. My eldest daughter's first day of school was yesterday, and my pre-K student, who is 3 going on 4, starts tomorrow. So it's still a really busy time. I keep thinking things will slow down, and then they do not. So I'm gonna jump in and show you everything that I've gotten done, things that I've worked on, things I have not worked on. No, I don't have that up here. I have not made, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know I was making a cotton shirt for my youngest. I haven't gotten anywhere with it. I just need to rip it out, and I'm afraid to. I haven't gotten anywhere with it, but we will start kind of where we left off in my last podcast. There is one pair of socks. I think they got left back up at the camp because I can't find them anywhere, and I think they just are like hiding under a couch or in couch cushions or something. But these are my daughter's socks that I was making. These are the Toasty Toes Magic Maroon, I think. Maroon Magic. I am happy with how they came out, and she's happy with how they came out. They're a little worse for wear right now. They didn't get to fully dry all the way. So I do think there was a little bit of a not defect, color thing was wrong in the yarn here, because this is a really big block of the black and maroon, but I don't know, because I'm not sure, but it did come out really good. This is a shadow heel that I was first introduced through Carrie Penny. She had someone tell her about it. You know how these things happen. But I do really enjoy the shadow heel. Wait, was it a shadow heel? I believe it was. Now I can't remember. See, it's been so long. But I want to say it was, because I did these when I was visiting family in Aroostook County. And I think I was trying to keep it simple. So I'm pretty sure this is a shadow heel. This is a shadow heel. Talking. But they came out really pretty. She likes them. She wears them a lot, and you can tell they're already like fuzzed up and everything, but they're good. I completed another pair of Magic Heel socks, and they were this color, and this is the pair that I don't have. And they were just small because they were for my youngest one. And they actually turned out too big for her, and they kind of fit my middle girl. But they were this color, and they were just Magic Heel socks. I do really enjoy the Magic Heel socks for my youngest too, because their feet grow so fast. Even my oldest one, I'm like, I don't know how long she's going to be able to wear these, but that's that. So overall, I got 3 pairs of socks done. Here's my next pair. I was really excited about these. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I got these done the other night. I just finished weaving in the ends because I wanted them to be 100% done when I showed you. And these are Hermione's Everyday Socks, and these are in Wonder Yarns Saki Silk, and they came out really pretty. Let me see if I can get that nice and close so you can see the texture. I think I messed it up a little bit near the toe, the pattern, but overall they came out really, really, really pretty. And I used Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off. Again, I used the shadow heel on these. Let me see if I can get, so they came out really pretty. These are for my sister-in-law for Christmas. It's okay, she sees it. She picked out the yarn and the pattern herself. I had really wanted to do a Hermione's Everyday Socks. My friend Anna had suggested them to me when I made my second pair of socks ever. Second pair? I think so. And I was just really intimidated by the pattern itself. Turns out it didn't have to be at all. So they are really pretty. Oh, this colorway is called Big Volcano, but I'm pretty sure this yarn is discontinued. That's what it says on Ravelry anyway. So those are those. And of course I did them on Magic Loop, 2 at a time. And I used my Chai Goose 2.25s. So those are those. I literally might just like wrap them up now and send them out, just so I get them out okay. And then I used some of that yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby. I don't think I have any in here because I can't remember what the name of it was called. But I did show this in my last video. One, I can't even remember. 116? What? No, I can't remember. My last video, I talked about this yarn because I just got it from Hobby Lobby on clearance. And this was just, I cast on like 80 stitches on 4 double pointed needles, size 15, I think, 15 or 11 or 13, sorry. And got these done. And it's just a simple cowl. Let's see if I can get it on. Whew. Here we go. And really drapey, really kind of snugly warm. It is really, really soft yarn. And I am happy I picked it up. I have another colorway that I may make something similar for my mother-in-law for Christmas. And so that is that. I'm sorry I don't remember much about this. So while I was home, I was blueberry raking with a hand pick, not a hand rake, but a hand pick, mechanical picker. There we go. or you basically just walk behind it. It's self-propelled and everything. But it really took a toll on my hands. I still wake up and like this finger is stuck. Oh, I took my ring off. It's this finger will be stuck like this, and I had to like pry it up. Which is interesting that it's on this hand, because this hand actually, whenever I would try to knit in the evenings after I got home from raking, it would go kind of tingly numb. And that is just from when you're holding it, you're squeezing the things that make the rakes go round, and also what propels the raker forward, the machine forward. So, and I was really tired, so I don't remember much detail about this. I just knew I wanted to get something done, and this was it. But it was just knit stitch all around. Nothing special, no patterns, just went for it. So that was that. And I have a couple works in progress in here that I'm gonna show you. So last time I showed you this shawl, I was still only in the white section. So I have progressed pretty far, as you can see. And this is using Hobie's, oh no, I always forget the name, cotton something. It came without a ball band on it, so I can't remember the actual name. That's gonna drive me crazy because I always forget the name of this yarn. And anyway, it's still available. I had gotten this in a bag of their like misfits. I don't know what was misfit about this at all. It seems perfectly fine so far. But this is just a very simple triangular shawl. One row is all knit, and then the second row is knit to, yarn over, knit to my stitch marker there, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit to last 2 stitches, yarn over, knit, knit. Pretty simple. I do this one pretty consistently when I want a simple pattern that has a little something to it. This is my go-to. Basically because I can remember. And then I use just a stitch marker to keep track of what side I'm supposed to be doing my yarn overs on. Yeah, so there it is. I know you can't really see that green too much. I just had a color change. So this was all the white, and then this was a little bit of green, and we're getting into more green. So the way this yarn works, this is the twisted one. So when you go on there, some of their yarn, oh, I suppose I can look here, twirls. It might be the twirls. So I have a twirls here, Twirls Deluxe. This might be Twirls Deluxe, but this one is just the regular twirls, and on those it's not wound. All the strands are kind of individual, and you just knit them as if they're one. But when they change color, let me see if I can grab one out here for you. Maybe. Maybe you'll be able to see this. When they change color, I don't know if you're gonna see that or not. Well, anyway, when they change color, one of the strands will change color while the other ones remain the same. So this will fade into like 2 or 1 black and then 2 black, and then you'll just be left with 1 blue and the rest are black, and then all to black. So in this case, they're already wound together, so I don't have to worry about holding it together. But it's the same thing happens. And we'll be getting different colors in this. So I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. It's really pretty, I think. It reminds me very much of spring colors and the brightness of, you know, new leaves budding on the trees. So I think it'll be nice to have in the spring when all those new pretty colors are coming out. So there's that one. And I had mentioned I was going to work on this, and I did. It's upside down right now. So let me kind of turn around. Some of you may know what this is. Some of you may not. Some of you may notice that I definitely messed up on the hat and pulled my stitches too tight when I was floating them. Lesson learned. Still, it's pretty tight. But this is the Mary Maxim pattern for their Christmas stockings. Where are you? Where's the cover page? It's the Mr. and Mrs. Santa Stockings, and this is a paid for pattern on Mary Maxim. So you get the pattern for both of these. I got these when they were having a 99-cent sale. So I only paid 99 cents for these two patterns. You do get a graph for both the Santa stocking and the Mrs. Claus. I really like the Mrs. Claus. I think she's adorable, and I really like to think that those are knitting needles in her hair. But I have come to learn that she's actually holding holly, not anything else. It's holly. But I'm doing the Santa Claus because we all have Santa stockings in my house, except for my youngest one. And I am just about to start the eyes. So here it is. And this is using Premier Basics. All the colors so far are Premier Basics. It's just the black yarn. I had some in my stash, so I didn't get any, but this is really, really soft yarn. I am truly impressed by it. So it's coming along nicely. It's definitely a pattern that I need to be in the mood for. Like after the kids have gone to bed, if I'm going to watch a movie that I've seen 100 times before, I'll go ahead and pull this one out. Color work is not really my forte yet. I tend to, my floats tend to be too tight, so I kind of get that little bit of crinkle that you see there. I believe when my husband's grandmother made these, she didn't float them. She just, I don't know. I looked in the back and many of them had been snipped, you know, they weren't floated, but here's the back of it so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. I don't like weaving in a lot of ends because it intimidates me. But that just means that I really need to get better at floating because I pull them too tight. But it's coming along nicely. I really only have like a little bit of color work, major color work left, and then it's just like 1 or 2 colors and then all greens. This is knit flat, and then you turn the heel on these flat needles. I'll be interested to see how that goes when I get there. But those are those. I have a future project there. I also have this that I'm working on for the warm-up project. And, ooh, hello. This is using Woolies, but I can't remember the color. I got it from Ollie's. And I think it's really neat how it's working out. The colors, there's really no pattern, but you do definitely see all these like V's or diamonds in it, which I think comes out really good. I got a bunch of this done last night. I was watching The Glass Slipper. Yeah. No, The Rose and the Slipper. I always get The Rose and the Slipper and The Glass Slipper mixed up because they're kind of similar in format, as in they both contain dancing, but 2 different movies for sure. But that's how it's turning out. And this is for the warm-up project. So I have, let's see if I can, no, too many, oh, well, maybe. There we go. This giant bag of stuff for the warm-up project. Most of it is things that I have made. Some of it are things that my kids have just outgrown, so we're gonna donate them. And they get left around towns with a little note on them so people know that they can take them if they need them. So that is that one. And then I'm going to put a little note on this that says contains wool, because it does have 20% wool in it, and just in case anybody has a wool allergy, they will know. And last project to show you. I feel like I had another project going somewhere and I just don't know where it is. So this is a project I just started this past weekend, and I had all the names down and now I can't remember them. So this is a pinstripe sock. It's by Sweet Paprika Designs, and the name of it is like Pizzacchio. I can't remember the name of it. It's P-I-Z-Z something. Pinstripe yarns. And these are from my mother-in-law. She picked out the yarn again. This is Poem Socks. I'll tell you more about it in a second. She picked out the yarn. It's called, the name of it, perfectly enough, is called Cabin Fever, which is great because she really wanted these for like middle of the main winter, where you're just like in the drudges of winter, you're over it. She wanted something nice and bright. These will definitely fit the bill. They've got some greens in there, some more pinks. Let me see if I can find it. There's some blue in there too, tucked in there. So these colors are going to be all over the place. I can't wait to see how they come out. Nice and wild. So I'm doing these toe up, and once I turn the heel, the pinstripes will go all around, and I'm pretty happy with these. I've got my twice sheared sheep little row counter, although I really don't need it because this is just a 2-row pattern, but just to get me established, I usually keep one on there until I'm confident I know what I'm doing. So those are those. They're coming out really nice. I do have some acquisitions that I'm going to share with you here in just a minute. Let me put that back. But I also got out this yarn. This is going to be a pair of socks for my grandmother. She really likes Christmas and Santa Clauses. I may, in fact, send the ball band with it because she loves Santas, like has a collection of Santas, and this one has a Santa on it. Plus it'd be good for them to have, you know, the washing instructions and everything. But this I got in a Hobie goodie bag for their socks, and I can't wait to get this all done up. I don't have a yarn ball maker. What are they called? Yarn winder. I'm thinking yarn winder. I had the Swift. I don't have the winder. So it takes me a minute to get all this wound up, but I do have a scale, so I kind of get it about right. It's in the ballpark anyway. So I'm excited to work these up. I'm probably just gonna do a simple pattern where every 3 stitches I purl, you know, just to get that kind of constricting on there. She has much smaller feet than me. I'm very jealous. I don't know where my ginormous feet came from, but I wish I had her dainty feet. So once I work on these, it shouldn't take too long. So there's that. We're already at 25 minutes. Okay, So I have acquisitions. So in my town that I grew up in, we have a lovely store called Martin's. If you're from Maine, you might know what I'm talking about. But Martin's is kind of like, they get a lot of, I know I've talked about it before on here, so if you've heard it, sorry. They get a lot of like discontinued items, or if a store's closing, they'll acquire some of that stuff, or liquidation sales, yada, yada, yada. They had a ton of sock yarn. Oh, I'm so kind of embarrassed because I did not need any. But I'm glad I did, because I've gotten 3 gifts out of it so far. So they had this, and they are all like $4.99, $5.99, or $6.99. So it was pretty good. I was happy with it. Maybe I've never seen any of this yarn before, so maybe I didn't get a deal at all, but I don't know. It says this one is regular priced $18, and I only paid $5 for it. So this is Wisdom Yarns Saki Bamboo, and it's 50% merino, superwash wool, 25% bamboo, and 25% nylon. So I thought those were really, really pretty. And that one I'm going to set there, and we're going to get back to it in a second. This one, same stats, but its colorway name is, Bijou? I don't know. That's the color of it. And again, it's very possible these are all discontinued. This one's called Granite Ridge. And this one is, I think it's Bijou, but I don't know. I could be saying that completely wrong. And this one is same stats, and this one's called Cedar Lake. That one is gorgeous. I love the greens. Y'all know I'm drawn to greens and blues, as you might be able to tell. And I think that's all of those ones. So then we have, I'll do this one. This one is called Mini Saki, and this is going to be a pair of socks for my stepfather's wife. She's like a grandmother to my girls. This one is 50% merino superwash wool, 25% bamboo, and 25% nylon, and it's in Lullaby. I got 2 of them because they are minis. I think they're only 50 grams. So she loves purple, and I know that's kind of coming out kind of bluish on there, but it does have a couple of the darker strands, could be like periwinkle, but it is very purple, and she loves purple. So she picked out that. And then they had these Poem Socks yarn. So it's Wisdom Yarns Poem Socks. Slow down. And it's 75% superwash wool. There we go. And then 25% nylon. And these were $5.99 each. So this is called Pumpkin Patch. Isn't that pretty? May confiscate that for myself. This one is called it doesn't have a color name on it. Oh, it's just color 956. It doesn't have a color, but it's still really pretty. Lots of deep blues in there and deep reds. And then this is Open the Seas. And again, they're all the same stats, 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, and they're all 100 grams. So that one's really pretty. And this one's really pretty too. This one's called Pulsar. So lots of really, really pretty pinks and purples in there. And then I got this colorway too. I already wound them up, but this is in the colorway Sky and Earth. You can see the different colors that will come through on that one. And then, and this is the yarn that these were made out of. This is called Saki Silk. Again, it's by Wisdom Yarns, and it's 55% fine merino superwash wool, 25% nylon, and 20% silk. So, and this colorway is Spring Blossom. So that one's really pretty too. I can't get any more sock yarn. Honestly, my husband like boxed up all my yarn while I was gone, and he said no more yarn, none. So I really have, I mean, I have enough. I have a bunch of sock yarn over there. There's some linen up top. That is sock yarn that I dyed. No, that is sock yarn that I dyed. And then much of this is all sock yarn. So I have more than enough. But I am really happy with everything, and I am excited to see all this worked up. I did participate in Crazy Sock Ladies summer camp, summer sock camp. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Little out of practice, and got, I think, 2 socks entered. They were the kid socks, which was, you were allowed to enter kid socks, which was like one of my first questions. But some people, oh my gosh, I know she finished like 17 socks. I'm like, how do you do it? I mean, I know I was raking, but still, these took me like over a month. I finished them 4 days after summer sock camp was over. So I was kind of sad about that. But next year, I definitely plan on focusing more on socks during summer sock camp because it was really, really fun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Crazy Sock Lady, of course, I can't remember her first name right now, even though I watch her podcast. She has like 2 of them now. She has one that's her and her friend. It's called One More Row. Anyway, she does a summer sock camp where you just knit socks and you can be entered into, you know, prizes and things. But these didn't make the cut. I finished too late. And then these ones, I finished too early, so I couldn't enter these ones either. I still don't know if these fit my husband good. Oh well, I'm still happy with these. So that is everything I have to show you. We're at 33 minutes, so I'm gonna let you all go. Again, if you're still with me, thank you so much. I did have a couple new subscribers over the summer, so welcome. I promise that long of a break in between videos is definitely not common. Like I said, I had a close family member who had to have major surgery, and then I had to take over raking blueberries this summer, which was actually really weirdly fun. It's kind of work that's right up my alley because I literally get to see the work that I've done, which is kind of the work that I've always liked. I like to see the finished object right away. So when you're stacking up 100 boxes, you know that you've gotten 100 boxes worth of blueberries done that day. I raked about 22,000 pounds of blueberries, wild blueberries, in 2 weeks and a couple days, I think. Yeah. So it was quite a trip. We actually came back early because my husband had to go to Virginia, and when he came back, the cat had escaped. He had to stay down there an extra day, and while there was plenty of food and water for the cat, and he is very independent. He had managed to escape out of a basement window, so I actually ended up coming back a day early because there was someone who had him, and our neighbors went and got them. I mean, it was crazy, but Remy is safe and sound, and I have been totally like bribing him with wet cat food. So yeah, but things have been crazy. Sorry. I was actually really nervous to film because it's like, oh my gosh, people are going to be angry. I've been gone for so long, and I did not give any warning about that. Filming up there really wasn't an option, especially when I was raking, because my day started at 5. I wouldn't get home until 5, and the evening was spent, you know, with my girls, and I really wanted to be available for them. So thank you everybody for sticking with me, and hopefully there won't be that much of a gap anymore. I will continue to work on my knits and share them with you, and you can find me on Facebook, North Country Knitter, on Instagram, that's at North Country Knitter, and I have my email link down below. So thank you everyone for sticking around. I will do my best to get all the patterns linked. I think the only patterns that I have talked about are the Hermione's Everyday Socks, which are available for free on Ravelry, as well as the Magic Heel Socks, which are not available for free, but I will have them linked down below. They are paid for pattern. So thank you everybody, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.